Let's see something here. Yeah, that's gonna be me. Yes. Which one? 2042? Oh, Battlefront. Star Wars. Mm, yeah. Well, yeah. It's through the heroes. You have to defeat so many enemies on the map in order to get the hero, whether it be Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, so on and so forth. No, that's it's I for storyline. I don't think unless there are certain requirements for you to have it, then you won't be able to use it. For online, that's where you have to defeat so many enemies in order to get the Jedi or the Sith. There are parameters where you can actually use Jedi in the story. Skirmish. I just wish for Star Wars Battlefront and stuff like that they would go back to what they used to, where was the online is also single player instead of actually putting a freaking story mode behind it. I mean, yeah, story's great, but pretty much everybody in this godforsaken earth already knows the story to Star Wars. I'm thinking about picking up the old classic because I've been missing that quite a bit, and it's on the store. Yeah, the classic version of yeah, the classic version of Battlefront. There's a game that's like that that's in the store that I used to play when I was younger. What Battlefront? Dude, you take a quest, you point the gun, you shoot. Not that freaking difficult. And if there's portions of the mission that tells you that you need to do a certain objective, you do that objective. It's not rocket science when it comes to Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah. Or you can play with a friend, yes. Now, if you are going to get back into it, I can re-download it because I have one and two. Well, it would technically be three and four because the originals were on PS2. That's Anakin Skywalker. I have that game as well. I love the crap out of that game. I really love that game. Yeah, that's in the store. Yeah. Racer Revenge. The old OGs are in there too. Yeah. Yeah. Great game for a racing game. I mean, yeah, it's PS2 graphics, but you know what? That was actually a LucasArts baby when it came out because they it's more than that, I think, but it's the newer generation that freaking downplays it or downvotes it because they don't understand the concept of the game. But for us people who have played it, we know all about it. You gotta buy it first before you rate it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Premium. Do you have premium? No. For that, I could buy two games. That's just dumb money management right there, and you're fucking spend $160 for a premium plan that barely gives you anything at all. You know how much it was on PS well the beginning of PS3. Nope, PS3. PS the beginning of PS3 it was like 20 some odd dollars, $25. No, that was straight flat when it first came out. That was $25. But yeah, PS3 when it came out, yep, it was free. And then they started doing the payment stuff and it was during the holidays when it first came out. It was the fat. It was the fat. It was the old goody old, the backwards compatible one. Is when it's like middle of its cycle is when they started it. Because I remember it fluently. It's like the holidays, at least for where I lived, where it started. Yeah. I bought the backwards compatible one, which is like 60. Yeah. So 80 gig. Did you get the Mortar Storm package? Oh, okay. So you just got the regular console. how were they I mean, are you talking like the later on edition? Or are you talking like the big old fatty piano black? The piano black, which I have sitting here. Yeah, especially in its entire, in piece, intact, and mint. I use my stuff a lot, but there's no scratches on mine. None. I took care of that thing. Yeah. I was a big fan of the old fatty with the backwards compatibility because I could play my PlayStation 2 games and my PlayStation 1 games on it. I, that thing was annoying. I had a white one. I got rid of it, and it came paired with the Vita, the white Vita, which I have, and it's the rarest Vita out there. And I still have that white Vita. It's not going anywhere. Mm. Oh yeah. No. Yeah, PS. Yeah, but it didn't come out for console at that point. Well, hmm. So I said Unbound was a fucking joke. No, the whole game entirely is nothing but a freaking joke. And I knew it was going to happen because with the whole underground scene, they're going to fucking add in the fucking bikes. No. But it was, you could tell it was leading to that. And I knew it was going to fucking happen. And I called that shit like years ago. No. There's no fucking skill in these. There's no skill in these new games. It should have been flat cars with flat stock engines and no upgrades, and the best fucking racer wins. None of this fucking tuning bullshit. None of this fucking lame duck. Well, I'm gonna fucking glitch my car and be the fastest on the fucking circuit. None of this. None of that. Because once you start putting in car upgrades, The fucking people start fucking glitching it and cheating it, and that was the worst fucking part of that genre whatsoever. Instead of giving the everybody an opportunity to be the top racer and just using engines, it's now it's pay to win or people that are glitch or people that cheat. There is no that game. Need for Speed has become a shit fire. I don't care what anybody says. That's including Black Panther, all these people. I know. Dude, Ubisoft is the most evilest company in the fucking world, and you cannot compare that with Need for Speed. Be, but at the same point, and the same token, as far as that, they are both become evil corporations, and they need to fucking be knocked off the pedestal. No, if you're gonna add ghost mode, drive club, drive club, drive club. No, you can't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It used to be about cars, and that was it for Need for Speed. Now it's become a fucking lame duck joke. Like literally, it's a lame duck joke. Now if they keep killing the franchise like they're doing, it's not going to survive. And pretty much they've been trying to kill that franchise off since Underground. My big thing is okay, you're going to buy the same game in a PlayStation store for $70, where a physical edition is more prominent of being worthy of $70, where you're buying it digital for the same price. Why? Hmm? For some companies. For some companies, yes. I think it was all online. I do think there is free roam, but I think it was mostly online. Hmm. Oh, for the crew? Oh no, that game is dead, dude. Until they come out with a patch for it and re-release it on the store, that game is dead. No, dude, we are talking about Ubisoft. They don't care about their customers. They ain't doing it. They talk big talk, but never provide the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, no. They are scummy as fuck. They're scummy as fuck. Obsidian scummy as fuck. EA scummy as fuck. No, they ain't coming back. They've already set their fucking grave in stone, dude. They ain't coming back. If people rise up, they'll know it. And if they just keep feeding into the machine, well, that's on them. Those companies, those AAA games publishers, no, people don't want all the crap that they're putting in their games, such as political identity, all the fucking stupid shit, as far as pissing people off with the pronouns and stuff like that. People don't want that stuff in their games. They just want to fucking relax, come home after work or after a stressful day and just jerry out in a freaking video game and have fun. Vampire Survivors is a good example of that. They ain't trying to push no agenda or bullshit down your throat. They're just there to make a game, and that is it. And Limit also has very addicting. But yeah, it's not. Oh, it's not a. I may hate to say it, but I'm just gonna say it for what it is. 1,000%. It's not a dick measuring contest. There are some AAA companies that I will play games with. Very few nowadays, but mainly it's all indie. I mean, if it's like an old classic that I know will do well, I will buy it. But if it's a AAA game titles like from Ubisoft or fucking Obsidian or anything like that, forget about it. Ain't happening. EA, no, I'm done with the Need for Speed fucking series. The whole freaking series is nothing but fucking trash. And they trash it since it's underground. Putting in all that fucking bullshit where people can fucking cheat and shit like that. No, you're supposed to fucking race through the track with an engine and the best racer out of that whole freaking 12, 8, 16 people that you have on there wins. It ain't about upgrading your fucking car. They lost touch majorly with their fan base. And they don't care because they're still putting out trash games with Criterion and Ghost and all the motherfucking pieces of shit that don't listen to their fucking fans. Then you make a spin-off game and call it something else instead of fucking the main fucking title, which is Need for Speed. It's not fucking rocket science. Okay, let's make this perfectly. Let's make this perfectly clear. Let's make this perfectly clear. Need for Speed was not a simulator. Need for Speed was an arcade racer. It did not become a simulator until, well, a half-ass simulator, and yes, I'm going to call it a half-ass simulator, when Gran Turismo start hitting it big. No, Gran Turismo was a simulator since the dawn of Gran Turismo, which was Gran Turismo 1. Well, it was fucking PS2. What do you expect? I mean, I love Gran Turismo. I still have it, but they're like besides Drive Club, they are pretty much right now because of Drive Club being shut down. They are the best of the best. Well, but well, then it's All right. Here's the thing, and here's where you contradict yourself a lot. All right, you don't want nitrous, you don't want tire smoke, you don't want neon stuff like that, but all that is part of the Need for Speed genre of the Underground series, which is tuners. So unfortunately for you, they're going to add that stuff with or without your consent because it's part of the tuner classification of upgrading your car. Now, Need for Speed, okay, you already know this because Road and Track, when it was more linear. Yes, I understand that linear is dead. I understand that, but they can make Need for Speed Road and Track more or less linear by doing what they are doing today, but without adding all the freaking bullshit. You put in where it's no engine swaps, just straight up gun and run, and that is it. And then you make the tracks better, you make the cars handle better, you make everything in Need for Speed Road and Track 1,000 times better. And yes, they can freaking do it. And don't let them fucking tell you any different, because that's a load of hogwash. They just don't want to do it because of pure laziness and what society's doing today. Look at how many games have potato faces in it because they don't want to add the polygons to those faces to make them better. Sure, yes, potato faces make the game run better, but there are visual effects, especially when you're dealing with NPCs, that need that TLA or TLC. People are so mindset and brain dead nowadays. It's unfathomable. It's it's like what's going on with Soul Reaver right now. Yeah, I mean, it's only a couple things, whatever. The statue, that's freaking easy to mitigate. All you have to do is take the old statue, add the polygons to the face, swap the face of the statue over to the old one. Done freaking deal. You don't have to make the statue look like a freaking potato face. I think it's the water glyph, the wind glyph that you deal with in Soul Reaver. I used to do modding. This is not a fucking big fucking happenstance. You add more polygons, you swap the freaking face, done. You don't have to freaking be lazy and make the freaking statue fucking potato face, even though it's like a point 0.1 minus on the game's freaking rating as far as my point. The only thing that's going to be a big point on my behalf is the way they treated Rahab and made him look like a freaking fish. The thing is about the vampire games. Yes, those vampires are evil. There is the beauty in the immortalization of immortality that like Dracula and stuff like that were capturing in those old films, just like that game, and they failed to give Rahab justice. That is the only two downfalls I have for that game. However, however, I'm still gonna buy the game because well, I'd still bought it, but I have it in my library and I am going to play it. Knowing those two things are probably going to be like, ugh. But if the story isn't intact and everything else isn't intact, I'm not going to have a problem with it. But once they start skipping scenes and stuff like that, with not going throughout the whole story for Soul Reaver 1 and 2, that's where I'm going to have a freaking problem. And if they're listening to my videos or whatnot, I don't freaking care. I'm going to voice my opinion, and if people don't like it, yeah, everybody has a right to opinion, but it's somebody who's been a fan and a fan of the author who wrote them, that has a loving fan of Nosgoth, Raziel, Kane, Rahab, Malik, Vordor, all of them, and has been a fan since Defiance. You know, it's like I said, I am going to go through that game with a fine tooth freaking comb. People may like the direction that it's going, but I can already tell you the art style in some pieces I do not like because they could actually do a much better job with that game instead of cutting corners and being lazy. That's all I'm saying. They should have showed that game a little bit more love than just screwing it all up because that is a fan favorite, and I know a lot of fans are going to be picking at that thing too. Well, that road track's actually sitting on a vault. I don't know if they're actually going to be picking that up or doing anything with it at all. To be honest, I really don't think they're going to be doing anything with it. Yeah, there are a lot of them were okay, and they had different. Yeah, yeah. The cinematics were alright. The cinematics were alright, but they were trying to tell a story, and Need for Speed was not about story. It was you pick a car, you freaking you race to the point, and that was it. If you got pulled over, then there was one cutscene where you got pulled over by the cop. That was done. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. See, especially if the game's freaking hard as shit. You know they're lying. You know they're lying when they say they don't get mad. You know they're lying, and they're lying straight through their freaking teeth. And if they are saying they are not getting mad, dude, you need a psyche eval in order to sort your freaking life out because you're nothing but a robot at that point. Uh, yeah, a good example, a really good example. You know, people probably take this out of context. I'm gonna say it anyways. Elden Ring. That's all I gotta say. Elden Ring. That's all I've gotta say. The fun. I beat it. I cleared it. I'm done with that game. Yeah. It's not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you that. if you can't handle Elden Ring, you can't handle any game. It will make, yeah, through their controllers. I've seen people punch their TVs. I've seen people wreck their keyboards. I've seen, yeah, there's a lot of videos on people that rage quit on freaking Elden Ring. And let me tell you, if you cannot handle playing that game, stick to the kiddie games. Sad but true. All right, you have fun with that, Lucy. We're gonna have ham. I think that's, yeah, well, people want ham. I generally don't care as far as food. Mm. Yes. Well, yeah, it has actually. It has it, and uh, I wasn't. I wasn't counting the whole spectrum. Yeah, that the little spectrum I was counting from Road and Track on up, because I don't even know if they qualify Road and Track as far as their repertoire anymore. Road and Track. Uh, the old Dodge, the beginning of the Dodge Viper actually was in that game. Yeah, they don't care about that. They don't care about that. If they were so keen to listening to their fans, they would have brought something with Road and Track a long time ago. But they're not avid on that, obviously. Uh, da, 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 I only added like a little segment to the music and recorded it. And there's something going on. It's either YouTube or OBS. It's either on YouTube's end or OBS. Being it's either not syncing or not getting enough video output or blah blah blah. I'm gonna try later on tonight to see what the hell's up and try to fix it because that's a bit annoying. So there's probably going to be, for anybody who watches the music videos, buffering and all that bullcrap going on. I really hate that crap. And if it's the ISP blocking me, I'd be like, you know what? We all need to call them some bitches because I'm a streamer and I can't be fucking having that shit. And if it's over my political views or whatever, then we're gonna have a nice little talk lawyer to lawyer. You know, fucking be prejudiced. I ain't gonna have it. Well, because you think that your voice should be the only voice that should be heard. I'm gonna put a freaking trap over your mouth so you can't freaking talk. I mean, yeah, people have a right to their own opinion, but not that way. Not that way. Nope. So I want to get that blade, but I can't get it right now. Let's see which books we need. Need red and green. Red and green. Red and green. Do, 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 do. Guess I could say this to all my haters out there. If you hate me, I could send you a link to a butthurt report if you want. You could fill it out and send it to me. Skip that. Roulette, roulette, roulette. Well, not even much roulette, really. Not even RNG right. Yeehaw. What? What's going on? I'm sorry, but the drifting scene has been founded before freaking Underground. I mean, Need for Speed 2, Need for Speed the original Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed 3. Whatever. No, they added a. Oh, jeez, now they're adding trucks. Yeah, that game is nothing but a freaking joke, dude. I can't believe people who fucking support that piece of shit. It's not even a simulator. It should be driving arcade simulator or driving arcade something. Oh no, no! It should be Cruising USA version 2.0. And anybody who knows about Cruising USA would know what I'm fucking talking about. What a freaking joke. Need for Speed has become a waste of fucking valuable time to the customer. Freaking joke. Literally, a freaking joke. And then they wonder why nobody wants to play their fucking crappy ass titles anymore. They all fucking head back to Rivals or the OG games on different consoles. Because they're lazy and they don't want to do the whole car. Instead, they'll just do part of a car and then call it a day. It doesn't matter. Paint jobs are freaking easy. Ooh, that's so easy. We just slap and paste a freaking PNG on top of it and call it done. If they wanted to take a day off, so they fucking slapped that stupid bullshit on. Yeah, come on, dude. Let's go ahead and feed into the machine even more. Give them your money. Give them your money without doing any education fucking looking to see what the hell is going on. Yeah, give them your money without thinking. Yeah, you stupid Jerry freaking Seinfeld. Quarter nut freaking test tube baby. P plus P plus P plus E. What? Oh, so player, yeah, which they do have in MMOs. And yes, I threw quotes in the air for that. MMO in a Need for Speed fucking game? What? I didn't want them to think I was being taken serious when I dropped the F bomb. because YouTube frowns on that, but yet they're evil all the freaking time, and yet they get away with it. You know. But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, and this is to YouTube. That door swings both ways, don't it? Of course. I mean, look at what they did with the copy and paste of Heat. I mean, that should be proof. That should be proof enough. What? The crew? Oh, you're talking about the rewards. Yes, that was from the crew. I'm telling you. No, they are punching a lot of people in the mouth because all right, here's the history of Need for Speed. All right, Need for Speed Road and Track. Best game when it first came out. Yes, it was done in the 80s, whatever. Blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah, I know, right? Best game during that time, hands down. The numbers don't even lie. It's still the best game to date when it comes to Need for Speed titles, even for Underground. Then Need for Speed 2 comes out. People are amazed by the physics and everything, the drifting that you could do in that game, even though it was a top down. Need for Speed 3 comes out. They started adding cops. Okay, cool. That's even better. Then the crap began. Criterion, nope, nope, not yet. The Hot Pursuit was part three, the original Hot Pursuit, and then they started adding in a lot of the online stuff. That's no. Then when they added the online stuff, they added Underground 1 and 2. And I'm counting main titles, not subtitles that are like spin-offs. I'm counting main titles here, not like the one that happened in Brazil and all that shit. Yeah, not Shift. Yeah, not well. Actually, the Run is part of the Need for Speed franchise, though people don't qualify it as. Unfortunately, it is canon. It is canon. Unfortunately for those watching, it is canon. All right, so we get Underground. And I'm like, oy vey. Yes, I got the games. I played the games because a dear friend of mine who used to play the game a lot, bless his heart, R.I.P. He's resting in peace right now. We used to play that game all the time. Found out that there's a glitcher in there who boosted up the evaluation of the engine and the gear ratios in order to make a Corolla faster than any game or car in the game. So, in light of that instance, I already knew that Need for Speed Underground was a fucking joke. And yes, I did drop another F bomb, but I don't freaking care. At that point, I already knew Need for Speed was going to die. Then they came out with Underground 2. Great. Another piece of crap title that wanted to bore me to death by adding more specializations to more cars, which, people get into that, whatever. But racing was not about making your car look sharp. It was getting to point A to point B the fastest time possible. Hence, I digress that they should have named it something else. Then we get. Let's see. Let's see if Blackout remembers. What came out after on Underground 2? Yep. Or was what? Yeah, Most Wanted, Blacklist. Carbon, I think, is the one that started to introduce the drifting aspect of the game, even though it was already in the game. Um, so yeah, drifting. Yeah, I could. Drifting has been a thing since Need for Speed, whatever. And then what am I doing here? Hold on a minute. Okay, got what I wanted. Then undercover, and then the run, and then blah 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 blah. List. And every time that they produce another, besides when they did the remaster of Hot Pursuit, which is not the original Hot Pursuit that the fans wanted, they put out the Hot Pursuit, which added the online capabilities. Wanted to throw up and gag in my mouth. So they did a remaster. I think it was Hot Pursuit 4. I could be wrong. I'm not going to look it up right now, but I will look it up here in a minute after I get done with us. Yeah. Actually, it was Criterion and Ghost. They were both working. They were both separate companies. But yes, once Ghost fell into oblivion, they sucked up all the people that were in Ghost and put them in Criterion. Hence why you get Unbound. Hi, I am a copy and paste from Need for Speed Heat, which is from Ghost Games, because we absolved everybody that was in Ghost and put them in our main company. So yes, now we can copy and paste and do whatever we want with the new game. Yeah. Uh, Ghost Codemaster was actually, I hate to say it, I really hate to say it, but yeah, Code was better than Criterion and Ghost everywhere. Yeah, Codemaster was actually better than Ghost and Criterion everywhere. Sorry. uh, it's either the grid or the track, one of the two. Uh, they also did a lot of the music synthesizer stuff and stuff like that with Jester Games and stuff like that. I wish they would make stuff like that again. That stuff, especially if you could make music with a friend, that would be so dope. But yeah, I mean, Codemasters. There's no more risk anymore. Everybody wants to fucking copy and paste off everybody else, and they just there's no risk, and like hell if they're going to get sued over using somebody else's assets because everybody's using everybody's assets at this point. No, there's a lot of games that do that. There's a lot of games that are doing that right now. Fortnite's been doing it since Fortnite. Fortnite's been doing it since a fortnight. No. I could give you a good example of who started it. Nope. Nope. There's a company that did it before Call of Duty. And did it even before SOCOM. They just didn't add the storm in. Fortnite added the storm in just to make it different. Anybody? Nobody? Battlefront. The original OG PlayStation 2 Battlefront. And then it was SOCOM. And then Call of Duty. Well, no. SOCOM, Call of Duty Killzone at the same time. And then Battlefield, Fortnite, blah, blah, blah. They did not start it. No. They did not. They did not start it. When the whole genre started, it was through LucasArts, Star Wars, Battlefront. And SOCOM. And this is just going without the storm. The storm was added in by Epic. I'm not even freaking counting that. But yeah. Battlefront, SOCOM, Killzone, Call of Duty, Homefront. There's a lot of war games that freaking like had that same aspect before Fortnite even became a twinkle in somebody's freaking eye. But yeah, I mean, why sue anymore when you just steal assets from other people? Saves everybody the heartache and the hardships of actually spending money in order to do, your gaming company justice than to just, you know what? Yeah, you just go ahead and use it, but you have to pay us so much, blah, blah, blah. Or, not pay us at all, and we'll just, if you change it, then, we really can't do anything about it, which I get. If you change it, that's still an artistic thing that, if you change something, it's still your property. I mean, and I'm not talking about the original artist who did it. It's the person who recreated it, their property, not somebody else's. So like if you put a mohawk on a dog, but it was the same dog from like Nintendo's freaking puppy game or whatever, that's still the person who put the mohawk on the dog, their dog, not Nintendo's. Even though Nintendo will try to claw tooth and nail and sue you under the sun and try to claim it as theirs. But yet Nintendo has been doing the same thing like with Pokemon using Dragon Quest assets. Because nobody has an artistic bone to use their own ideas, or either somebody in PR or HR over there is like, you know what, why don't we just use assets from this game so that way we can put a better price tag on it, and that way we can rip off our consumers by saying, oh, it's a new fresh game, but yet we're just copying and pasting. I'm not going to say all people are daft and dumb, but pretty much the majority of it is because they buy into the stupid shit. They don't do their homework. Oh, it's a new fresh game? Okay, take my money. Oh, take my money. Oh, it's not even that because all games, even old games back in the day with Mario and stuff like that, they still have glitches. Why do you think we have speedrunners and stuff? But yet speedrunners who use glitches and stuff are not really qualified as speedrunners. I hate to say it, guys. I hate to say it, but you're not qualified as speedrunners. Speedrunners go through the map without exploiting the system. At least back in my arcade days, that's what we used to call a speedrunner. But now everybody wants to relabel everything, do away with everything that made everything freaking simple, and put 20 labels on one freaking thing, and then be like, oh, now we have to look for this, and this just to get the one single result instead of just looking at this, which is the one result, which made it a lot more easier to sort and figure out. Hmm. That's the same way with movies. They have to put 20 labels on one freaking thing, which, now it's like if you buy a horror movie, it's like sus- uh, suspense, blah, 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 drama, blah, 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 this, that, blah, 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 everything, blah, 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 under the sun before you find one title that you're looking for when you're looking through a list of like 40, 50,000 freaking things that you're looking for. So freaking stupid. Just it's just I still want to know where Victor Belmont is at, seeing that they said the gang was supposed to be all here, but they're not all here. Oh, for the new stuff for the chapter 9. I already told you that. I already told you that stuff was a mistake, though. I already told you that stuff was a mistake. Huh? That's because they're wanting to exploit the system and get as many people off the street as possible. That's all it is, because they do not want the competition. Oh, yeah, that is true. Xbox could say the same about us as far as that goes. You're right. But then again, Xbox is trying to do away with all gaming in total unless it's mobile gaming. So, what? They've been doing that for years. Where have you been, living under a rock? Look at what when they did. Like I said, when they remastered the fourth Hot Pursuit, they picked a fan. They didn't even pick fan favorite. They went with what they wanted, and the whole. But yeah, I mean, well, actually, yeah, it was a fan favorite because it's probably the lesser of the fan favorite because nobody really enjoyed 4, besides maybe a very few. But people wanted the OG 3 back, but yet they didn't listen. They wanted to do obviously their own thing. I mean, granted, yes, 4 Need for Hot Pursuit 4, which is qualified as 4 because it was the fourth installment that they still qualified as Hot Pursuit. Still got good ratings, but it didn't get as good. Still not getting as good as ratings as Need for Speed Hot Pursuit from Need for Speed 3, not the fourth installment from Hot Pursuit. And I told you that game was a fucking piece of trash. And of course, now knowing that all that crap is either going on, I'm pretty sure that people are going to try to upvote it like crazy. But the smart ones would be like, you know what? No. Or either they'll either do that or they'll probably be like, you know what? I'm digging out my old PS2, my old PS1. I'm playing the OG titles again. Tired of this garbage. You can't blame them. I would do the same thing. Gaming was so much better back then compared to now that it's not even freaking funny. People made games just to make games, and people played them just to freaking have fun. And now it's like, you know what? It's riddled with trash, bullshit, propaganda, and influence. Well, competition's not bad. I mean, when I play Killzone, dude, I play. Fuck that competition, Mortarfest too. That gay ass fucking goddamn company. Mortarfest ain't no better because it's an evil company supporting a whole bunch of freaking activists that still push their political agenda. The underglow don't mean shit. I'm talking about the political agenda. It does not make them better. It makes them more evil. Because all they're about is pushing their ideologies down your throat through a video game. And Gran Turismo's a lot better, unfortunately. At least they ain't trying to push, even though there's some people that in there that have the same ideologies, thinking, no, they're not trying. Gran Turismo will never do that because Gran Turismo is a competitive freaking game. They start adding that into it, then yeah, they're gonna have a serious freaking problem. Competitive is Being competitive is not bad, especially when dealing with like SOCOM, some racing games, Killzone, stuff like that. Being Call of Duty, being competitive is not a bad thing, but it's when people like freaking certain tools who take it out of context by pissing a lot of people off by talking a whole bunch of smack behind the fucking mic and not fucking getting their fucking shit together and be like, you know what, GG, instead of wasting their fucking breath. Yeah, yeah, they take it as an insult when you say GG or whatever. It's people like that. It is people like that that ruin fucking gaming. Hmm. Very rare. Why do you think I play single player games, man? This is very rare to find. It's certain people like, oh, good game. Sweet, nice, good game. It's very rare to hear somebody say that kind of crap. It's more inviting. So it's like, you know what? Playing with other people is such a chore nowadays because you have to go to or jump through hoops for a certain specification in order to get a GG out of somebody who's a freaking tool. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? You can't be a fucking normal human being. You gotta fucking talk smack behind a fucking TV screen. What is that gonna fucking get you? Absolutely fucking nowhere. Uh, all fun and games, and all it takes is once so you get your freaking ass whipped by talking to the wrong person. And the person that lives right next to you is the person you're speaking to. All it takes is once. Once. You're running, especially if you're running as somebody that's fucking, and yes, I dropped another F bomb again. Oops. Somebody from Gen X. Gen X. What was that? What was that saying? F around, find out. No, 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 no. If you're born in the 70s and beginning of 80s or I think 60s or 70s or something like that, you're Gen X. If you're a 80s and 90s, boomers are after. They're boomers are 50s and 60s, I think. Millennia. Yeah. If if you are a boomer, if you are a boomer, which is the child booming, during World War II and stuff like that, it was 1946 and 1964. You are a boomer if you were born 1946 to 1964. Gen X is like 70s to 80s. Millennials, I think, yeah, 81 to 96. Yeah. Gen X is where the realness comes in. That would be not the boomers, but the millennials and the Zers, because they want to put them behind a screen and they qualify that as their babysitter for the day. But unfortunately, there are some boomers who act like millennials. I can honestly say that because I know one. No, you're not a boomer. Uh, uh, you know, I don't, dude. Freedom of speech. I don't. I don't freaking care anymore. I really don't. I'd rather keep it raw than be me and not try to be something I'm not. Putting a smile on every face, or, every day like a freaking clown. No, I'm not about that. Either accept me for who I am or don't accept me at all. And if you don't accept me at all, you already know where the door is. I ain't gotta spit it to you. I ain't gotta spell it out. If I have to spell it out, evaluate yourself. You're gonna get freaking upset or, get angry or cry, crocodile tears because somebody uses a freaking a word. Give Go evaluate yourself. I mean, seriously. Not every time that somebody drops an F bomb has to be taken so freaking serious. It's a sign of anger, frustration. So what? Get over it. You can't start even. Like I said earlier, you want a butthurt report? I can find you a link and I can send it to you, and you can send it back to me. I'm not gonna sit here and be thin-skinned. Now, if there are like little kids in my channel and stuff like that, be like, you know what? You tone down the language. That's why the language is like a thing on my channel because there are, you know, kids that do pop in on my channel from here and there. So that's why the limitation of speech is limited. And that is the only reason why it's limited. But I would prefer to be myself and not somebody who's fake trying to put on, a smile every day like a freaking clown. It's not me. If I call something out for something being stupid, then it's the way it is. Maybe whatever it is or the bug that's going on, whether it be in a video game or whatever, somebody talking stupid. Just call shit for what it is. If people don't like it, well, that's on you, not on me. Everybody has a different outlook on life. But you know what? I'm not going to be the one, well, I'm going to ban you because you have a different outlook. I'm going to ban you because, this, that, the other. No. The simple thing is, if you spam cuss words in my freaking chat, whatever, then yeah, I have no room for timeouts. I don't care who you're. If you're willing enough to do it once, you're willing enough to do it again. Simple as no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care. There is no room for timeouts on my channel. I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to be. And if it's only going to give me so many subscribers, whatever, I'm fine with that. As long as they're happy, I don't care what other people freaking think. I have had people come in with, "No, this is why you only have so many subscribers." You know what? I'm happy where I'm at. I don't care. I don't try to be an alpha male. I don't try to be a beta male. I'm a freaking sigma male. There's a difference. I don't need a lot of people. I don't, it's but if people want to, follow me on YouTube, whatever, cool, whatever. I ain't gonna pressure them. I ain't gonna tell you you gotta like and subscribe if you want more content. That's your choice. I ain't gonna push or ram anything. Yeah. I'm not gonna push anything down your freaking throat. But I'll give you my opinion. But opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Take it with a grain of salt. I ain't about all that fucking trying to swindle money out of fucking people making subscriptions, blah 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 blah. If you wanna subscribe and make me, one of them, I'm still gonna follow those rules and those guidelines. You ain't gotta if you don't wanna. I ain't one of them. And I try not to be one of them because I don't want to be, I'm a money hungry scrub who just, makes videos on YouTube just for clout and making money. I mean, granted, that's what YouTube's for, but I'm not. No, I am going outside that spectrum because that's all people on YouTube do. I am being different. I am being different. And if people, if yeah, 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 if people want to hate me for it, that's fine. I don't care. It's no skin off my nuts. You know, if people are enjoying my content, stuff like that, fine, free, But I'm not going to sit here and talk my full head off. I mean, right now I am because I'm talking to you. But usually I don't talk in my videos just because I haven't been spoken to. Hmm? Hmm. Yeah. I thought about doing more stuff on Twitch and whatever, but you know what? Looking after, their terms of service and stuff like that, especially with the stuff with Overwatch and stuff like that, if you get pronouns wrong, etc., you can be freaking bit. No, I am not about that. I'm about a free speech platform, and what I'm talking about free speech is like totally entirely free speech unless you're talking with like if children come to your stream and stuff like that, it's a total different subject. But that's even if I'm going outside my house and I'm talking to like nephews and stuff like that, through different. You don't cuss at them, but that's like talking to family stuff like that, friends stuff like that. So it's like I mean friends, but when it comes to family, that's a total different subject. You don't try to do that, but yeah, I mean whatever. Call me black sheep. I don't care. I'll be more than willing to accept the black sheep nomination for YouTube. I don't know, because I keep me me. Yeah, if you hate it, I don't. It's like I said earlier. I don't care. Really don't. Because I don't bow to your will, your happenstance, your ideology, propaganda, whatever. No worries. Gotta work. Gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Pay rent, put food in your belly. And then repeat, 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 repeat. Yep, that's how it goes. Welcome to society. Work comes first. Yep. Yep. Yeah. 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 At least that competition's okay. It's just okay for certain things. Wow. That is like the stupidest freaking thing ever. 7 hours you have to wait for your Nissan Skyline to come out of the impound. On Unbound. Yeah. 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 Wow. The game is such a joke. Maybe that's what you should try to experiment. Take all your cars, get all your try your best to get all your cars impounded just to see what happens. Yeah. That's the whole season 9 that's going on the whole time. So you have a lot of time between now and season 10 if season 10 ever drops. But yeah, try to see if you get all your freaking cars impounded and see what happens. Yeah, but yeah, but yeah, make that your stream, man. Shit. Mm. Yeah. Problem with that though. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Don't want that. Get to it. Hmm. Can't get. Yeah. Mm. Puppies a lot. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. I will be here, usually. Alright. Battlefront? Alright. I'll put it in my list. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Star Wars Battlefront stuff's on sale for Black Friday, that's right. Forgot about it. Which one is it? Rogue One? Oh, you. If you have VR, then yeah, but if you don't, then I wouldn't even bother. Hmm? Yeah, yeah. Rogue Squadron, Battlefront, Battlefront 2, all like all the OG stuff I would get, and then the OG Battlefront, because I know that's the one I'm going to get is that OG. Yeah. The OG Battlefront is definitely what I want. No, 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 no. I'm talking the one from the 90s. Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah. A lot of people only play it because of zombies. Just be honest. There's very few that play story, but they want it because zombies. They need to hurry up with Zombie Army 5. There's been no news or nothing on it, and quite irritated that Sniper Elite is taking precedence over one of the best comedic series that they have. Sort of wonder if they ran out of good freaking comedy writers or whatnot. You know what? Yeah, maybe if they take a brainstorm now, while all the crappy games are hitting the store, they'll be able to think and write a freaking masterpiece. Oh, the disc, the or the internal hard drive or the SSD. Yeah, I I would not get a pro. The pros are it's a joke because the only thing is they only made a digital edition. Yes, you can buy the disc tray for it, but that's another 100 some odd dollars. So you're buying a system that's pretty much going to be the equivalent of $1,000. So waste. Yeah, I mean, yeah, visually the graphics are a little, and I do say little better, but they are not phenomenal for 7. I get a loading speed just fine with my PS5. Just fine. Why would I need another console? Mm, yeah. And from what I understand, the other problem with the PlayStation 5 Pro is the Wi-Fi is stifling pure on connectivity. So instead of pushing out, like if you're pushing out 100, you're only getting half of that or a quarter of that. So yeah, I'm not buying a Pro. No, it wasn't every gaming console. That's a lie. Eh. Hmm. PS2 didn't have it. PS2 didn't have it. PS3 didn't have it. PS4 had it, and I don't think it's actually regulated. Or the Wi-Fi is actually better on the PS5 regular edition than the Pro edition. At least on the PlayStation 5 regular edition, you can push 500, 800, and not like 60, 70, 20. If you have good internet. If you have poor internet, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to have poor Wi-Fi in your system. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. 29.7? Right. Huh? Start talking like a robot there for a second. Mm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 Did you ask her how old it was? No, 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 no. I don't care about payments. I don't care about payments, but how many years has it been since she's upgraded the box? Oh, Jesus. So when she first started making that router's been in there since its dawn and age of her getting internet. I would have been like, oh, okay. So it's not that old. It's just, uh, mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, she, yeah. Well, the only thing is that what it does, it extends to how many feet? So if it's like only 10 feet and or it says extends out to 30 feet, it'll be out to 40. That's all it is. Yeah, it boosts it. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. Could. Yeah. 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 Right. You would think. Yeah. I'm for sure. That too. Yeah. Can happen. Weather does play a factor. You mean the satellites? Uh, Y2K. Y2K. Uh, Y2K was supposed to be the big internet downfall, but it never happened. Eh. if if Elon Musk has his way about it, I don't think that'll happen. He's got he's got like Starlink in his ear. It's supposed to be freaking pretty awesome. Which game? Oh, oh God. Another woke game. Another woke game. You know they went woke, right? Well, that's why I'll never buy another title. No, it was during Forbidden West. No, not the original. And she looks so much better in Horizon than she did in Forbidden West. She didn't look like a potato face. If they wouldn't have done what they did in Forbidden West, she would have been another Le Femme Fatale in my book. But no, not on my list anymore. They didn't even improve the graphics. They downgraded. She's a freaking potato face, dude. They didn't improve crap. She does not have the pleasant face like she did in the first one. I can tell you that. That's first one. Yeah, the first one I'll play over and over again, but the second one, I don't care for the potato face. I'm sorry. It's like telling me, it's like telling me she's got a ment a physical condition with gout. Eating too much pork. Well, yep. Later. Well,